Tesla is developing a possible ammonia-powered engine for its vehicles, something that really attracts attention. When we think of Tesla, we immediately imagine electric cars powered by lithium batteries, but this new approach could completely transform the way we view sustainable mobility. The idea of using ammonia as a fuel is, without a doubt, an innovative alternative to traditional electric batteries. Ammonia has a significantly higher energy density, which means it can store more energy in less space. This could result in vehicles with greater autonomy, something many consumers desire. Imagine being able to travel long distances without the constant worry of finding a charging station for your electric car. The prospect of greater autonomy is really exciting. But, of course, every innovation comes with its challenges. Current infrastructure is heavily geared toward electric vehicles, with charging stations spread across many cities. Implementing an ammonia resupply network would be a colossal undertaking. However, I believe that Tesla, with its track record of overcoming technological barriers, can find creative solutions to these logistical challenges. A fascinating aspect of ammonia is that when used as a fuel, it does not emit carbon dioxide. Instead, its byproducts are nitrogen and water, both of which are harmless to the environment. This could drastically reduce the carbon footprint of vehicles, which is crucial in the fight against climate change. It's exciting to think that this technology could offer a truly sustainable solution for transportation. However, it is also important to consider security. Ammonia is a potentially dangerous substance and, if not handled correctly, can cause serious damage. Tesla will need to ensure that all necessary safety measures are implemented to protect both users and the environment. In my opinion, the exploration of ammonia as a fuel is a demonstration of Tesla's willingness to continually innovate. Elon Musk and his team are not afraid to challenge the status quo and explore new technological frontiers. Although there are still many obstacles to overcome, the possibility of a future where vehicles are powered by ammonia is truly fascinating. It will be interesting to see how this technology develops and how it can change the landscape of sustainable mobility. The idea of using ammonia as a fuel is something that seems straight out of a science fiction book, but the truth is that this approach is gaining more and more attention in the world of engineering and sustainability. As we look to the future of mobility, ammonia emerges as an intriguing and innovative option. Why ammonia? This is the question that many ask when hearing about this proposal for the first time. The answer lies in its unique properties. Ammonia, a hydrogen compound, has a much higher energy density than gaseous hydrogen. This means it can store more energy in less space, a vital feature for vehicle applications. Imagine cars that can travel longer distances without needing to refuel as often as current electric vehicles. Furthermore, ammonia has the advantage of being stored in tanks at room temperature and moderate pressure. Compared to hydrogen, which requires cryogenic conditions for storage, ammonia is much simpler to handle. This greatly facilitates supply and storage logistics, making it a more practical option. But what really excites me about ammonia is its sustainability potential. When used as fuel, it does not emit carbon dioxide. Instead, its byproducts are nitrogen and water, both of which are harmless to the environment. In a world where reducing carbon emissions is crucial to combating climate change, this characteristic makes ammonia a very attractive choice. However, not everything is rosy. Safety is a legitimate concern when talking about ammonia. It is a toxic substance and can be dangerous if not handled correctly. Leaks can cause damage to the environment and human health. Therefore, any refueling infrastructure must be rigorously designed to avoid and mitigate risks. Another point that makes me reflect is public acceptance. People are already getting used to the idea of electric vehicles and charging stations. Introducing a new type of fuel may face resistance, especially if there are safety concerns. Education and awareness will be essential for the public to feel comfortable with this new technology. Looking ahead, ammonia has immense potential to transform the automotive industry. If we can overcome the safety and infrastructure challenges, we could see a significant change in the way we power our vehicles. It's exciting to think about the possibilities, but it's also essential that we approach all issues carefully and responsibly. So as we explore this new frontier, it's important to maintain a balance between innovation and security. Ammonia as a fuel can be a key player in a more sustainable future, but we need to ensure we are ready to address all aspects of this transition. When we think about alternatives to fossil fuels, ammonia may not be the first thing that comes to mind. However, the advantages of ammonia as a fuel are impressive and deserve our attention. Let's explore some of these advantages and reflect on how they could transform the future of mobility. One of the main advantages of ammonia is its high energy density. This means it can store a large amount of energy in a relatively small space. For vehicles, this is a huge benefit as it can provide greater range without significantly increasing the weight or size of the fuel tank. Imagine being able to travel long distances with fewer refueling stops. For many people, this would solve one of the biggest limitations of current electric vehicles. In addition to energy density, ammonia has the advantage of being stored in tanks at room temperature and moderate pressure. Compared to hydrogen, which requires cryogenic conditions for storage, ammonia is much more practical and safer to handle. This facilitates the creation of a supply infrastructure, making the transition to this new fuel more viable. Another great advantage of ammonia is that, when used as fuel, it does not emit carbon dioxide. Instead, its byproducts are nitrogen and water, both of which are harmless to the environment. At a time when we are all concerned about climate change and looking for ways to reduce our carbon footprint, this feature makes ammonia an extremely attractive option. Imagine a future where vehicles do not contribute to global warming. It's a dream that ammonia can help make come true. Still on sustainability, ammonia can be produced from renewable sources, such as solar, wind and hydroelectric energy. This means we can have a fuel production cycle that is truly sustainable, reducing our dependence on fossil fuels. This ability to be produced sustainably makes ammonia even more valuable in the search for clean energy solutions. However, as with any new technology, there are challenges to overcome. Safety is a real concern, as ammonia is toxic and can be dangerous if not handled correctly. It will be crucial to ensure that refueling infrastructure is designed with rigorous safety measures to protect both users and the environment. In my opinion, the advantages of ammonia are significant and deserve to be seriously explored. If we can overcome the technical and safety challenges, ammonia could be a key player in a cleaner, more sustainable future. Of course, there is still a lot of work to be done, but the prospect of a fuel that offers high energy density, is easier to store and does not emit carbon is extremely promising. Exploring the use of ammonia as a fuel certainly presents a set of challenges and impacts that cannot be ignored. Let's dive into these questions to better understand what's at stake and how it could shape the future of sustainable mobility. One of the main challenges is infrastructure. We currently have a global network of fossil fuel refueling stations and, more recently, a growing network of electric charging stations. However, the infrastructure for ammonia replenishment practically does not exist. Building such a network would be a monumental effort, requiring massive investments and considerable time. It would be necessary to create new refueling stations and adapt transport and storage logistics to handle ammonia safely and efficiently. Speaking of security, this is another big challenge. Ammonia is a toxic and potentially dangerous substance. Leaks can cause serious damage to the environment and human health. Therefore, any refueling infrastructure would need stringent security measures to prevent and mitigate risks. The creation of safety protocols, adequate training for operators and advanced monitoring systems would be essential to ensure that ammonia can be used safely. In addition to the technical and security challenges, there is also the issue of public acceptance. People are getting used to the idea of electric vehicles and their charging stations. Introducing a new type of fuel, especially one that may seem more dangerous, may face initial resistance. Public education and awareness will be crucial to ensuring people feel comfortable with this new technology. We need to inform and show how ammonia can be safe and beneficial for the environment and society. The economic impacts of this transition cannot be underestimated either. Companies that have invested heavily in battery technologies and electrical charging infrastructure could face significant challenges if ammonia becomes a viable alternative. This could lead to a reassessment of investments and strategies, not only for vehicle manufacturers, but also for energy and technology companies. On the other hand, companies focused on hydrogen fuel cell technologies may see an opportunity to expand their operations and capture new markets. In my opinion, despite the challenges, the potential positive impacts make it worth exploring the use of ammonia as a fuel. The possibility of having a fuel with high energy density, which does not emit carbon and can be produced sustainably, is extremely attractive. However, it is crucial to approach all challenges seriously and responsibly. Safety must be the top priority, ensuring that ammonia can be handled and used without risk. At the same time, creating adequate infrastructure and public education are essential steps for the successful adoption of this technology. If we can overcome these obstacles, ammonia could truly transform the automotive industry and help create a cleaner, more sustainable future. The impact of ammonia on the automotive industry promises to be profound and revolutionary. The adoption of this new fuel could transform not only the way we think about vehicles, but also how we manufacture and use them. First, let's talk about infrastructure. Automakers and energy companies have invested billions of dollars in developing and expanding the charging network for electric vehicles. The introduction of ammonia as a fuel would mean the need to re-evaluate these investments. New refueling stations would need to be built, which would require a joint effort from several industries. This represents both a challenge and an opportunity. A challenge because it requires a significant change in current strategies, and an opportunity because it could open up new markets and possibilities. Furthermore, ammonia could directly impact vehicle design. Currently, electric cars need large, heavy batteries to ensure adequate range. With ammonia, which has a higher energy density, vehicles could be lighter and more efficient. This would not only improve performance but could also reduce production and maintenance costs. Imagine lighter cars, with greater autonomy and less need for refueling stops. For many people, this would solve some of the biggest drawbacks of today's electric vehicles. Another area that would be affected is the supply chain. Large-scale ammonia production would need to be adjusted to meet demand from the automotive industry. This could encourage investment in sustainable production technologies, such as using solar and wind energy to produce ammonia cleanly. This shift could have a positive domino effect, boosting the development of other green technologies and helping to accelerate the transition to a low-carbon economy. The economic impacts would also be significant. Companies that currently dominate the battery and electric charger market could face stiff competition, while new opportunities would arise for those focused on ammonia and hydrogen technologies. This could lead to a redistribution of investments and a restructuring of the global automotive market. For consumers, this could mean more options and, potentially, more competitive prices. In my opinion, the introduction of ammonia as a fuel could be a game changer for the automotive industry. However, it is essential that this transition is made carefully and planned. Safety and sustainability must be absolute priorities, and it is essential that the necessary infrastructure is developed in parallel with the advancement of ammonia-powered vehicles. Public education and awareness will also be crucial to ensure consumers are ready and willing to adopt this new technology. It's exciting to think about the possibilities that ammonia brings to the future of mobility. With the right advancements and a responsible approach, we could be on the cusp of a new era in the automotive industry, where more efficient and sustainable vehicles become the norm. When we think about the future of vehicles and the search for more sustainable solutions, the discussion about investments in electric charging infrastructure versus new ammonia refueling stations is inevitable. Both options have their advantages and challenges, and choosing the right direction could shape the mobility landscape for decades. Investments in electric charging infrastructure have been massive in recent years. Governments and private companies around the world are building networks of fast chargers to support the growing number of electric vehicles. This movement is driven by the urgent need to reduce carbon emissions and combat climate change. Charging an electric car is increasingly convenient, and the public's familiarity with this technology is growing. Imagine a near future in which almost all public parking lots, gas stations, and even homes have charging points. This would represent a monumental change in the way we fuel our vehicles. On the other hand, the idea of creating new ammonia refilling stations brings a different set of benefits and challenges. Ammonia, with its high energy density and ability to be produced from renewable sources, offers a promising alternative to fossil fuels. However, building a network of ammonia refilling stations from scratch would be a colossal undertaking. This would require not only the construction of stations, but also the development of an entire transport and safe storage infrastructure for this fuel. Safety is a central concern, as ammonia is toxic and can be dangerous if not handled correctly. My view is that we don't need to view these two options as mutually exclusive. Instead, we can consider a future in which both coexist and complement each other. Electric vehicles are ideal for short distances and urban use, where charging infrastructure is already expanding rapidly. On the other hand, ammonia-powered vehicles could be an excellent solution for long distances and more intensive uses, where the high energy density of ammonia provides significant advantages. Additionally, it's important to remember that transitioning to any new technology takes time. As electric charging infrastructure continues to expand, we can begin investing in pilot projects for ammonia refueling stations, learning from these experiences and adjusting as needed. This incremental approach can help mitigate risks and maximize benefits, allowing technologies to evolve and adapt to real market needs. A crucial factor in this equation is collaboration between sectors. Governments, businesses, and research institutions need to work together to develop safety standards, promote technological innovations, and educate the public about new fuel options. Only through a coordinated effort can we create a robust and safe infrastructure, whether for electrical charging or ammonia replenishment. To conclude, I believe we are facing an exciting and challenging time in the history of mobility. The decisions we make today regarding infrastructure investments will have lasting impacts on the future of transportation. Taking a balanced and collaborative approach, which leverages the strengths of both technologies, can help us create a more sustainable, efficient, and resilient transport system. Expectations for new engines for electric cars are higher than ever, and it's not hard to understand why. As technology advances by leaps and bounds, the automotive industry is constantly looking for ways to make electric vehicles more efficient, powerful, and affordable. But what can we really expect from these new engines, and how will they impact our daily lives? One of the biggest expectations is increased efficiency. Next-generation electric motors promise to be more efficient, converting more of the energy stored in the battery into motion. This not only means greater range per charge, but also lower operating costs for owners. Imagine being able to travel longer distances without needing to recharge frequently, making electric vehicles even more practical for long journeys and daily use. Another expectation is improved performance. Electric motors are already known for providing instantaneous torque, providing quick and smooth acceleration. With the new engines, we can expect even more power and performance, rivaling and even surpassing combustion cars in terms of speed and maneuverability. For car enthusiasts, this represents a new era of driving excitement, where electric cars not only compete with, but often outperform, their gasoline-powered counterparts. Sustainability is another crucial point. New electric motor technologies are being developed with a greater focus on reducing environmental impact. This includes using more sustainable materials and greener manufacturing processes. Furthermore, there is an ongoing effort to improve the recycling and reuse of components, which will significantly contribute to reducing the ecological footprint of electric vehicles. In my opinion, one of the most interesting and promising areas is the integration of electric motors with other advanced technologies. For example, combining electric motors with artificial intelligence can optimize driving efficiency in real time by adjusting engine performance based on traffic data, road conditions, and the driver's driving habits. This not only improves the driving experience, but also contributes to greater energy savings and safety. Connectivity will also be a key factor. Next-generation electric motors will be able to be integrated with connected vehicle systems, enabling over-the-air software updates that can improve performance and add new functionality over time. Think of a car that gets better the longer you own it, receiving constant updates and improvements without the need for frequent visits to the workshop. The economic impact of these innovations is also significant. As new electric motors become more efficient and production costs decrease, we can expect the price of electric vehicles to decrease. This will make these vehicles more accessible to a wider audience, accelerating mass adoption and contributing to a faster transition to sustainable transport. In short, expectations for new engines for electric cars are very high and justified. We are on the cusp of a technological revolution that promises to transform not just the cars we drive, but also the way we live and interact with the world around us. Personally, I'm excited to see how these innovations will unfold and impact our daily lives. As we reflect on the current landscape of the automotive industry and the advancements we are witnessing, it is fascinating to consider the possibilities the future holds. From the adoption of new fuels like ammonia to expectations surrounding electric motors, there is a palpable sense that we are on the threshold of a new era in mobility. Firstly, the introduction of alternative fuels, such as ammonia, is a revolutionary idea. The promise of greater range without the harmful emissions of combustion engines is tempting. However, as we discussed, this transition will not be simple. We will face significant infrastructure and security challenges, and public acceptance will be crucial. It's new and complex territory, and in my opinion the success of this technology will depend on a balanced and thoughtful approach, where we learn and adjust as we go. On the other hand, the evolution of electric motors is bringing exciting improvements. Increasing efficiency, improved performance, and sustainability are advances that cannot be ignored. These engines are becoming more powerful and economical, which makes the idea of driving an electric car increasingly attractive. And by integrating these new technologies with advanced connectivity and artificial intelligence systems, we are seeing a convergence of innovations that can truly transform the way we interact with our vehicles. Personally, I'm excited about the potential these innovations bring. The integration of new technologies, whether improving electric motors or exploring alternative fuels, reflects a spirit of innovation and a commitment to sustainability. It's an exciting time to be involved in the automotive industry, as each advancement offers the chance to reimagine how we move and live. However, it is essential to remember that each new technology brings its own challenges. Safety, accessibility, and public acceptance are factors that will need to be addressed carefully and responsibly. As we move forward, collaboration across different sectors and a practical approach to problems will be key to ensuring these innovations deliver the promised benefits without creating new obstacles. In conclusion, we are navigating a period of rapid and profound transformation. The key will be to find a balance between innovation and practicality, between enthusiasm and realism. The journey ahead is full of possibilities and challenges, and I can't wait to see how the coming decades shape the future of mobility. As we explore these exciting innovations in the world of mobility, it's essential to stay up to date with the latest news and analysis. If you like the discussions about new technologies and the future of vehicles, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Your participation is essential for us to continue bringing relevant and interesting content. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to be the first to know about new videos and reviews we have coming up. Leave a like if you found the content useful and share your opinions and suggestions in the comments. We love hearing from you and knowing what you think of these transformations. Thank you for being with us on this journey of discovery and innovation. Check back often for more updates, news, and discussions on the latest in the automotive world. Until next time, and keep exploring the future of mobility with us.